Recording.
Well, we're with Coach Neal over here. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, Coach Neal. First off, what is your experiences in sports?
First off, I started playing football. I wasn't originally a basketball player. I think everybody played football growing up, and played that all the way up into high school, and I figured out that football wasn't for me. Getting hit on a regular basis was not my thing. Being out in that hot sun was not my thing. The rain, I wasn't a part of that. So basketball, I played basketball on the regular with my brothers, and started working at that. That became how I started to play basketball. I ended up going to junior college in Texas for 2 years before transferring to OU. And after OU, I played a little professional ball in France and Germany, and then later on into the NBA D League, and then got cut out of the D League and started coaching.
What motivated you to play basketball? Was it more of your incentive or the money?
No, it wasn't the money. It actually started with my older brother. I had two brothers and two sisters, and I was the second oldest, but my oldest brother decided what we were going to do if we were going outside because we had to stay together. And he started playing basketball while I wanted to play football, so the days we had to play basketball, I kind of was like, I want to play. If he's going to do it, I want to play. Wasn't good enough to play. So he's playing with people his age, he's 2 years older, and if I wanted to play with them, I got to get a little bit better myself, otherwise I'm not going to get picked up and play. So I think that's where it started, playing with him and being forced to play.
What would you say your favorite experience would be in playing with college and overseas?
They're polar opposites. In college, it's all about national exposure. You're going to play on television to where all your family can watch you play. The things that you go through behind the scenes with your teammates, that's always enjoyable. You remember that for the rest of your life. When you play professional ball, it's the opposite because it's more selfish. It's all about you, and if you don't score or win, you may get cut and you won't have a job. So it's a selfish game to where if you don't do what you're supposed to do, handle your business with scoring and winning, they'll find another person that can do your job. So you gotta think about yourself when you play for professionals a little bit.
Okay, so what was your favorite type of player to play with?
Name-wise or just caliber player?
Kind of like skill sets and
skill
maybe like how they played, maybe.
I like playing with, I had a guard at OU, his name is Terrell Everett. He's about 6'5", he's a point guard, so he's taller than me, and he can do everything you ask. Not shoot it too well, but play make for someone, get somebody open shot, rebound, steals. He's thinking about everybody else before himself. So with me being a person that's supposed to be able to shoot it, I gravitate to a player like him and look for him, and he looks for me because we complement each other well.
As a coach, what type of maybe ability or just kind of insight of a player that you like to see in them?
You talking about my players?
Yeah.
Well, first off, without having the skill set to play this game, I like guys who compete, who don't allow people to push them around, don't allow things to take place on the court, like who take pride in what they're doing. Those type of players I like. You can get, if you have those players with some skill set, then you're talking about a heck of a player. But you can't teach people how to play hard. You can't teach them how to get out there, dive on the ground. Those are things you don't want to coach. So somebody comes along who plays hard and has that competitive spirit, those are the type of guys that I want to be around.
So there's this big controversy about college players getting paid. As a ex-college player, what do you think on that?
That'd be the worst thing you could possibly do. And I only say this because whenever I was a student athlete at OU, I was thinking, man, this is a job, but we should get paid. I was young, but outside looking in, you grow up, you mature. NCAA is amateurism, which means it's not professional. If you want to go professional and get paid, you can do that. I think that's what makes NCAA so pure. I mean, they have rules and sanctions to where people don't like, they get violations or, all these sanctions or things like that. That's that's what's supposed to happen. You want to keep this game as pure as possible. So you start paying players, then people come with the incentive of, oh, I can go to OU to get paid, rather than I need to go to OU to get my education. I need to go to OU to further myself, along with playing basketball, because student athlete, student first and then athlete second. That's what you go to college to do. Now, if you want to go get paid, go to professionals and stuff like that. But if you get paid, I think it'll make college, intercollegiate athletics it'll be like kind of like a semi-pro league, because people are expecting to get paid. And then what happens if you don't what happens if you don't produce? Then do they cut you? Do they get rid of you to go get somebody else? You know, it turns into professionalism, and you just might want to stay away from that.
Okay, well, that's the end of our questions. So,
All
thank you,
right.
Coach Neal.
I love you guys.
Thank
Collin, Tanner. Pieces.